Well, good morning, all you lovely people. Welcome back to the grumpy old git in the corner on a very damp, wet Wednesday. Hump day of the week, and it's still pissing down. Right, first of all, big congratulations to Reverend Simon Sideways. Reached a milestone of 100,000 subscribers on his main channel. Absolutely brilliant news. Well done, the Rev. But Roland yesterday had this thing about, he was talking about the farmers and the food in this country. And he seemed to be picking on the wrong sort of areas as far as I'm concerned. First of all, he went on about packaging of all things, that he wanted to see on the labels produce of the UK. Well, I believe that's already on the labels, if you look, and there was also the red tractor symbol or whatever it was that they used to put on them. So this is nothing new. But the way I see it, unfortunately, people don't look at that on the labels at the moment. The only thing people look at is the price to see if they can afford to buy the food or not. It doesn't really matter where it comes from, but if it's cheap enough that they can afford to buy enough to feed a family, they're going to buy it, no matter where it comes from. So pushing the farmer's produce is all well and good if you can get it, and if you can get it at the right price. Yes, farm shops can be a lot cheaper than supermarkets for fresh goods. But there again, they're not in the city. People have to drive for miles, usually even if you're in the countryside, to find one, and it makes it unviable. There's the issue. People aren't looking at what they're buying, they're looking at the price more than anything else. Now, he even bought the wonky veg into it, misshaped vegetables, etc. We all know that's been about for ages. Why he's saying and mentioning it, I don't know, because it is available in most supermarkets, wonky veg at a reduced price. But he turned around and said, we're going to put this stuff in the hands of people that need it. So what are they going to do? Take the wonky veg out the shops and go around and hand it to needy people? That ain't going to work. But that's always been for sale, and has done for many a years. I've seen that everywhere. Now, he promised more financial support for the farmers. So the usual solution, as he says it, is throw money at a problem and it will go away. Well, throwing more money at it isn't going to put food in the shelves, on the shelves. It isn't going to put food in the shops. And throwing money at, he said this is to create food security for the country. Absolutely fine. But tell us how much more we're going to be expected to pay for this so-called food security. You know, we can only afford the cheapest at the moment, or most people can. Yet you're pushing us to buy the most expensive. You know, people, even this time of year, are still trying to decide whether it's food, heat or light with the price of things. And to me, the perfect example of that is British Gas, who supplies both electric and gas. In 2022, their profit was round about £7 million, £70 million. Last year, it was 750 million. Now, why has it jumped up by this amount? They'll say it's supply. No, they were quite happy operating on the profit margin that they had. Now, this is the sort of thing the government need to stop. Let's have it, but let's have it at a reasonable price. Now, if they can jump nearly £680 million profit from one year to the next, that points the direction that somebody is definitely getting ripped off. And that somebody is us. Now, the reason they'll let it go on is because the more of that they make, the more tax the government can charge. This is what people have got to realise. But as for food security, well, I think Sunak has just come out with all this bullshit because he's seen what's happening with the farmers around Europe and Ireland, and it's starting here as well. And he's scared. He's very scared. Now, personally, I mean, it won't happen in this country due to legal ties with the truckers. But you look at New York, where the truckers have said now, we will not deliver anything to New York for the next 12 months. That's going to fuck that city right up. And although it's only a dream, I would love to see that in London. I would like companies to turn around and say, we're not delivering to London. You charge too much for on the roads. We're not delivering there anymore. Yeah, that might be a dream, but we're all allowed that, aren't we? To dream. And now we're not far away from Jeremy Hunt, the Chancellor's spring budget. What do you think we're going to get from that? Personally, I think he's going to play the election game. You know, you've got things, like I said there, the electric and gas. I think they will certainly bring the cap down to try and appease the public and get votes, because there's way more scope there to do that. But you can guarantee, no matter what he gives us, even if it's to gain favour for the election, they'll take it back with the other hand. Now, councils, most of the councils in the country have already said they will be putting their council tax up by the maximum permitted, which I believe is just under 5%. And most have said that they are going to put it up by that much. Will they force them to reduce that amount, or will they let them put it up even higher? That will be another kick in the teeth for the public. The rents and the mortgage sector still going up, although they've said it's going to come down. The economy has crashed, basically, as far as I'm concerned. We are in recession, and have been for some time, although they haven't admitted it until last week. But something's got to change, something's got to give. We've backed down and we've put up with enough. Only they don't react to that because they think they're better than us. We know they're not, but there you go. But anyway, guys, it's 9 minutes now, so I'm not going to go on any further. I don't like to take up too much of people's time, just get the message out there. Other than to say that the Met have said that they found Abdul, the liquid thrower. I don't believe they have, and until I get an official identification on the guy, I think it's all bullshit. They're just trying to make themselves look better. The fact that they've informed the family that they found him but haven't identified the body formally seems very strange to me. But we've all got our own opinions on them, haven't we? Anyway, guys, that's it for today. Hope you're having a bit of a drier day than me here, and look forward to chatting to you all tomorrow. But until then, as always, stay safe, stay strong, and stay absolutely free. Respects, guys.